Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. Just got in from work looking at my tomato plants. They still look, some of them, they just don't look right. They look funky. They have curling leaves. They've got little white spots on the stems. I think it has something to do with my watering. I know I've said in other videos I am having major issues watering seedlings. They are exhausting. I think I might be dealing with a little bit of root rot. So I'm just gonna bring the plants outside really quick. It's a beautiful day here in Southern Maryland. Open up the little pots, the containers I have them in, and see how wet the soil actually is. I think I can let the tomato roots sort of lay out and dry for a little bit if I do find that they might be rotting. See what happens. I definitely need to get to the bottom of it. I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. So I'm going to show you, everything, and maybe I can actually figure out what I'm dealing with. So on that note, let's get into the video. All right, guys, I've got my two worst looking tomato plants right out here on my tiki bar. I don't know if I can get it to focus, but I mean, that stem just, it doesn't look right. If I can get it at a better angle, it's bumpy. It's not as, there it goes. Not a smooth stem, and it's discolored. And if I pull it back a little bit, you can see these leaves. I mean, they're curling. Let's see if I can get it to focus again. Curling, I think what I've read is that this does mean that they are getting overwatered. I have beautiful new growth though. I mean, every day I check it, I do have new growth. There's nice new growth coming out of there, and the older the growth gets, the more the leaves start to curl. This guy is not nearly as bad, but I mean, that stem just, it doesn't look right. So I'm going to get into these little cups, these pots, and open them up, see how wet we really are, maybe let the roots dry out a little bit. All right, tomato plant number one. All I have is tomato. Not sure what this guy is. Since my daughter went through sorting. Oh, you know what? I mean, these do not look that terrible. They don't feel that, it's definitely not that wet in here. So what in the world do I have going on? Make sure that I'm actually in front of the camera. I mean, I have roots. I have healthy white looking roots here. They definitely are growing. Try to pull it across the screen there. Goodness grief, I have no idea what's going on. I will say that the soil definitely does not, I mean, it doesn't feel wet at all. I'm wondering if they're not being watered nearly enough. This is one of those pellets, peat pellets, not peat pellets, pellet refills that I used. It is dense in here, really dense. I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. But it's definitely not too wet. So I guess I'll just replant this and reevaluate. All right, I sort of broke that that really hard pellet up. Maybe that'll help these roots a little bit. Okay. Now let's take a look at this guy. Hopefully I'll keep him in frame a little bit better. Okay, I mean, again, you can see I've got roots. I have roots. They are definitely not brown. They are white. They're white. They look healthy. I'm really wondering if it is these. This is another one I did in the pellet refills. I mean, I cut the mesh around them so that these roots could start growing, but this little this pellet pod where the original soil was, I mean, it is hard as a rock, and I'm wondering if that is just really affecting this root growth. So I might just break that up again, putting him back in his cup, see if I can't encourage a little bit better root growth. I mean, yeah, what in the world am I doing? Because these roots are not, they're white and they are growing, but they definitely are not growing like I think they're supposed to. All right, guys, well, there you have it. I have no idea what's going on. Definitely not what I thought it was. Something's going on with these tomato plants. Something is going on with them, especially these two. Don't have a clue what it is. It is not an overwatering problem. They were not wet. I don't want to say they were dry. They were not completely dry. Those pods, those pellets on the inside, that original soil definitely was dry. It was dry and it was dense, and definitely a consistency that would seem to make it very difficult for new root growth. I am wondering if that is my problem. I have no idea what to do about that. I don't know how to encourage new root growth. Potentially a nutrient deficiency, I guess. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe somebody out there will come across this video and let me know in the comment section what in the world is going on. I guess I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. So thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Any suggestions or ideas, please leave them below, and I will see you in my next video.